welcome to Istanbul Park in Turkey. We're here for the finale of the FIA World Rallycross Championship. Double header for them, and of course we're tying up the Euro RX1 title today and Euro RX3 over the next couple of days. My name's Andrew Coley. This is Andreas Bakkerud. He's back. Bakkerud's back. How's it going?
Back is back. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I just arrived actually, so got in last night. Turkey's awesome. The weather is great. Fans are packed already. 9,000 tickets sold already, and there's more coming. Yeah,
10,000 we think tomorrow. We've already got cars on the grid. Remember, these qualifying sessions are going to be super sharp and short. We've got Euro RX qualifying with World RX. Now, what will happen here is they'll do their sessions. Remember, Euro will do 3 today, World will do 3 today. Euro will then go to semi-finals and the final, whereas World will go straight to the final because they've got a lower entry in that class. So this is going to be really interesting to see them mixed up in the run to the first corner. So the grid actually there, Topane, and the pole's on the wrong side. So Topane is on the right-hand side of your screen from Baby, Kristoffersson and Volland.
You know, I was in France a few weeks back. Clara was in Johnny's car in the Hyundai. It starts really well. People engine, you know, they've got it dialed in. It's actually Timmy Merchant's car from back in the days, you know. So that car starts really well.
Yeah, and I already spoke to the guys at KMS, and it wasn't a concern, but they were like, look, you know, of all the drivers, we have got a good young driver in a good car starting on the inside. So remember, for Johan, he's looking for his 8th World Championship title. He must stay out of trouble. Big damage to the car is probably the only way it's going to end badly. It's a great start across the grid. Volland goes out wide, trying to look for a bit of space. Baby gets in just in front of Topane. Round the outside goes Kristoffersson. It's a 1-2 for KMS straight away. I don't think they're going to have it all their own way there, Andreas. Looking at that, and Volland goes straight to the Joker.
Yeah, I think Topane was very, very keen into turn 1. He had a slow reaction. I know, you know, 16 years of age, youngest ever World Championship driver or European Rallycross driver. You know, starting next to Baby and Kristoffersson with a lot of experience, World Championship titles, all that stuff. It's
can't wait, I can't wait to see him into World RX tomorrow. This is a track, Andreas, and when we first came in back in 2014, you won. Yeah,
I won here ahead of Timmy the first year in 2014, and then the next year in 15, Timmy won ahead of me. So great memories from this track. I really like it, and I've missed it on the calendar. It came back last year. It did. It's awesome to be back here.
Baby and Rutkanen won last year, so it was they were both in internal combustion cars last year.
It's awesome to see the VW. It has so much inertial and reaction. You can see when Baby turns in on the gravel, how quickly the car reacts.
We spoke to when saw Richard, the engineer, there earlier on, Richard Brown, and he was saying that the guys were actually more pleased with the car than they thought they would be. You know, it was obviously the extra weight in it, and they felt it was still good in the infield. Baby here is getting away from Kristoffersson. He's 1.4 up the road. Top left of your screen, the yellow and the blue basically means the yellow drivers are Euro and the world drivers are blue. So obviously they're running together, but their times will separate them into the different classes.
I mean, Baby is such a great rally driver as well. And I think when the conditions are like now, when it's more wet and slick, he sometimes rotates more. He did a mistake.
Wide, just as you say that, Kristoffersson trying to find a way through. Kristoffersson comes out wide. He'll look to the inside of his teammate on the exit here. Can he find enough traction? I think he is almost inside him. No, he won't take him out because they're looking for P1 and 2 in the championship, and they want to tie up the team standings 2 here.
That is true.
Look at that from Baby. That's some car control, isn't it?
It is, and that's what I'm talking about. Like the VW strength is the inertial and the rotation. It's so good for that. Easy to drive, easy to play with.
Johan to Joker here, surely. He's on the back of Baby. Unless Baby goes in front of him, I think Johan will go, and he does. Kristoffersson out to the Joker lap now. We want to get out. Topane goes with him. That's the result for Johan. So Topanen's gone in. Volland has dropped off the back of this lot. Remember, Topane has done no testing in this car. Yesterday, he ran up through sector 1 of the F1 track, which is nothing like the rest of this track. So
his car, the Ford Fiesta that he's driving back home in Finland, and also he came to Höljes.
Yes.
It's very similar kind of car to drive. Old WRC car from Hyundai. The one he drives in Finland is old WRC car from M Sport.
Yeah. Look at Kristoffersson in backwards entry into the hairpin. They're really having to get it turned in early because of how slippery it is out. They have just watered it. Towards the end of FP2, it was getting dusty.
I think it will be tight here. What is the Joker Delta saying?
Look at Baby is using that crest beautifully. When the car goes light, he flicks it back the other way. Johan, I asked him what the delta was. He said, I have no idea.
Yeah.
That was during MP.
Look here in the background. You see the dust coming up. I think it's going to be quicker and quicker. You know, it's going to be some track evolution in the next few hits.
Baby in 3.6 the gap. Kristoffersson on the inside line. Baby to come around the outside and try and get them before in full throttle for Baby. 3.6 was enough. So I reckon 3.2. Andreas, looking at that around that sort of mark.
Then maybe it's equal. Yeah.
So we'll check some lap times in a minute, but OC Baby out front of Kristoffersson. Everybody's joking. You're on the final lap here. First heat race, FIA World RX and Euro RX1. Almost done here. That's the view Kristoffersson's got, and Baby runs the wheel down the barrier. The car control here is epic. Looks up the inside. Sideways. Baby, as he spun, he has. They both blocked it. Where's Topane? And Baby dropped it on the way in. Topane around the outside.
He hit the barrier
for P2. As well. So Kristoffersson's going to come in P1, but they've lost a ton of time here. This may be advantage Gronholm. Just when we thought it was over, Baby tapped the barrier. The car got sucked and he went round nip on the handbrake there from Kristoffersson to get it turned in. Wow, Andreas.
I mean, this is absolutely not what Baby would have needed, because he's fighting for a second place in the championship.
And Johan too. Johan crosses the line. He'll take the win, but how much time did he lose reversing? Gronholm will know that. Topane gets P2. Wonderful car control from Baby, but he was an inch too close, touched the barrier and it sucked him in.
I felt, you know, sometimes when you're under pressure, you want to control the race. That's maybe not always the smartest thing to do. Keep on driving your own pace. You have your teammate behind you. Keep racing for a lap time.
You know he's not going to take you out, so it's tricky, that one, isn't it?
It is.
There'll be a conversation when they come back in to say, look, guys, keep it. Look at the crowd. My favourite shot's the one of the stand in the background as they come through the last tarmac corner, which is turn 5.
Yeah.
Kristoffersson 428.8, but is that going to be enough? Because they stopped out on track. So let's see what happens in the next one.
Great start from Baby and Kristoffersson. I think also Volan had a great takeoff there, but Johnny was a little bit slow in the reaction. Super close and tight racing, but here is where Baby got the gap on the dirt to Kristoffersson. Then he made a mistake in lap 2, allowing Johan to catch up, and it was really tight race from there. Here's the backwards entry, just too early.
To go.
Yeah, too much grip.
Topane was very aware, wasn't he? Managed to find a way through, and he might have ended up in the traffic jam himself, but he got through.
He did. He still did hit the barrier on the outside.
on the outside.
Yeah,
not a lot of choice for him. Tyre smoke coming from Baby's car, it looked like, as he came over the line. Look at that, that's the crowd we're talking about. They're on the outside of turn 5, which is the left-hander that would bring you onto the start-finish straight in F1. Okay. Getting ourselves ready for the next one. This one's crucial in terms of World Championship. On the inside, Clara Anderson, then it's Damien Litvinovic from Euro, Niklas Gronholm, who must capitalise on those problems for Kristoffersson in the last one, Moser and Munich. By no means a foregone conclusion. Gronholm was keen to tell me, by the way, he won all the reaction times in Finland, because Clara's beaten him, and we've made a big point of going, Clara's beaten, because they're competing in Yahtzee, the World Championship of Rallycross and reaction times. So Niklas beat her in Finland. He said, let her know I want to wind her up, with a big smile on his face. But he's got to beat her this time. Here he is, the man who's in the world title fight. Can he stop Kristoffersson from taking number 8? Middle of the grid's a tough place to be. It's got to be a hell of a launch. Very, very long hold.
Very
Gronholm
good
does
start
get away
from
well. Litvinovic gets squeezed. Gronholm gets a little tap, but he gets on the throttle, just holds on. Litvinovic up the inside. Gronholm to the outside line, really needs to try and hold on for this. Squeezes Litvinovic again. Nicely done by Gronholm. Aggressively slams the door. That was the right thing to do, Andreas.
He showed championship class. When it's needed, you really need to pull it off, and he did.
Absolutely. So Gronholm shutting the door in Litvinovic's face. Now, the thing here, though, Andreas, obviously Litvinovic wants to show his class. He wants to show he can go with the World Championship guys. Niklas doesn't want that. Yeah. He doesn't want any Euro guys in the mix.
He's racing for overall lap times. He needs to get up there. He needs to beat Baby and Kristoffersson and Clara. You know, he needs to beat everyone. He still has a chance on...
Litvinovic ran wide, hit the barrier, sorry Andreas. It looks like Moser's going to get through as well. Clara up to P2.
This track, it's so important to make a good reaction before the turn. And I saw Litvinovic in turn 6 and also now 8. He wasn't early enough with the rotation, especially... We speak with a few drivers and they say this track is like splitted. First, it's like the highest grip tarmac ever, and then the lowest grip gravel. But you will see on this dirt, when it comes together, it starts to pick up some...
Oh, Moser in the background taps the wall. That's where Vettel and Weber came together years ago down the end. Vettel and Weber, sorry, not Weber. That's Vettel. And at the end of the straight, Moser, has he got damage on the car?
He's got the damage on the
rear right.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even that hard of a tap, so he hit
it looked like
on the outside.
He hit the inside of turn 1. There is a concrete barrier there, and that took him out. Yeah.
Super slippery. So Grono.
Oh, Clara.
Bit deeper in Clara. Grono is to pain, and I'm looking at best laps. We're only seeing Euro RX 1. Trying to see back at Kristoffersson's times, but then we can't, the way the timing screen is split here. I want to see how Gronom's lap times are comparing.
Very good driving here by Niklas. He's pulling away every lap, increasing the gap to Clara for 2.1 seconds.
Look in this corner here, Andreas. There's blue groove starting to appear, isn't there? Which is what you were saying about.
Did you see how he's using the handbrake?
Yes.
Just all the way down, like no force at all, because it's so slippery out there.
Just tiny little nips on it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Almost like fingertips on it.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain when people are pulling a handbrake on at home. Like the finesse you need to get the rotation right is hard.
Yeah.
So Litvinovic goes Joker to cover off Munich and Moser. Munich coming down the straight now. Watch for Munich and the merge here. Litvinovic, I think, will be there. Yes, he is. He's all smiles, Litvinovic. Looking forward to doing a Euro RX campaign again next year.
Litvinovic's been awesome this year. I think they've taken so many steps together with his team, with Krzysztof Skorupski there. I see on his driving, he needs a little bit more rotation to be able to have better exits.
Like there, you can see, can't you, just getting pitched in.
He put the load on the front, but when you hit the dirt, you don't have any grip.
Yeah, and a P2 in Lousada and a P3 in Nyirád. He'd love to take a win, wouldn't he? Yeah. Hasn't had a win yet in Euro RX, saw him yesterday. Great team spirit. I've visited them a few times, looked on their onboard and stuff like that. It's a kind of like a mix between professional, semi-professional and a family team. Cool gang. Quite a nice atmosphere to be in. So Gronom and Anderson the only drivers not to have joked. Anderson is going to go here and will easily come out in front of Litvinovic. She backs it in. And they're coming up now back onto the tarmac section. Again, we were speaking, went and saw KMS this morning on an Instagram Live. You can go and find that on World RX's Instagram account. And he was saying exactly what you said, Andreas. It's literally 2 tracks. Oh, Clara runs wide. Litvinovic to the inside line. Clara shuts the door in his face again, though. So that's both the C Nielsen cars have shut the door, haven't they, on Litvinovic?
You saw the difference on rotation there. Clara immediately got a little gap from one corner to the other. This track is a lot of like give and take, and at the end you take. If you get it right.
You're right there. Watch Clara here. Look, super sideways. Look at Litvinovic, super tidy. So you're right. You need the handbrake. You need the confidence in the car.
In German, you say Lastwechsel. You need the car control. You need to use the momentum from the turn before. Here we see.
Gronom's going to come through. Can he beat the time? I think he's going to beat it by a mile. Gronom crosses line 3:24.8. So Niklas Gronom goes some 4 seconds faster than Johan Kristoffersson has gone, because obviously Kristoffersson was caught up in that little traffic jam with his teammates. So Gronholm wins Q1 for World RX. Remember, we've got another race to come in Euro RX, so the last 5 cars will all be in the Euro category. Gronholm takes it, fastest time overall in this one. Litvinovic, Munich and Moser is the order for the Euro cars. In the session, it's Gronholm, Kristoffersson, Anderson and Baby. So Clara Anderson beat Baby as well. So Baby with that half spin has had a bit of a shocker here in Q1.
I'm going to be a bit harsh with Niklas. First of all, great start. He did what was needed. He squeezed his way through. Litvinovic coming up the inside, and still he managed to brake later into turn number 3. When you see Niklas driving, he's also driving a lot on the front axle. He's not rotating good enough. When the conditions are equal between him, Johan and Ole Christian, I think he's going to suffer more. He needs to He needs to get that right.
Yeah, a bit more rotation. I get it. Yeah. No, that's fair. You're a World Championship driver. That's why we have you here.
If I was in the car, I would. No, I was kidding.
Niklas is on it, isn't he? I think this year he's super close to Johan.
He's taken so many steps. I've never seen him better than this year.
We were talking like a 1/10 of a second earlier on in free practice in the first session at least. So, yeah. Right, final race of Q1 for Euro and World. Remember, we've got RX3 to come in this session as well. It's just quick, short, half-hour shows through qualifying, and then there'll be the 2-hour show this afternoon where you'll be able to see all of the action from the semis and the finals. That will crown our European champion. Will it be Jüri Bělevský, who lines up second on this grid? Mandy August inside, Attila Moser, Tamas Kurai and Mika Limatainen on the outside. Limatainen is the man who's trying to beat Bělevský.
Also sitting in the car I was racing 2 weeks back in Lohéac, France.
We'll talk about that in a bit as well. There is Bělevský and here's Limatainen.
Yeah.
Go on, say again, Andreas.
Was it 2 or 3 weeks ago?
I have no idea, mate. I couldn't tell you what happened yesterday, to be honest. It's my short-term memory is not my strong point. So Limatainen has to risk it from the outside. He needs to beat Bělevský at every opportunity today. He's got to take every point off him if he wants to beat him. Bělevský wants to stay out of trouble, but still needs a good result. Oh, Bělevský does get away well. August into the rear. Limatainen around the outside. Limatainen with a whole shot into turn 1 from the outside of the grid. That's a hell of a start.
That was a very good start. I mean, both also from Bělevský there as well, and understanding that you don't need to push anyone wide, or you don't need to attack too much because you have a little gap in the championship, but not much. You can't do many mistakes.
So
super wide from Litvinowicz there. It can work a lap, especially on brand new tires into Q1. But
so Bělevský's going to pressure Limatainen now. Let's see the difference in the way they rotate the car. Look, Limatainen, they're both into it, aren't they? They're both full send. They both know how to chuck it around. Track conditions, Andreas, you've driven here. It changes a lot as it dries.
It does. The track was very much water, but it's needed now.
Inside, Bělevský's getting past him by Kurai. That's a nightmare for Bělevský. Bělevský in the wall on the outside, no contact, but he's in first, can't find reverse, just gets it. Moser misses the back of him. You're on board with Bělevský, and this is a disaster. He can't get the car away as he's broken it. Bělevský might be out of Q1 here. This will put him to the back of the pack.
Are on, everything is on.
Here he goes.
Panic mode.
Couldn't get it restarted, Andreas, and still he can't get away.
No.
What's wrong? The engine's running, he cannot get it away, so Bělevský's parked out on the track.
Maybe he's struggling to get down the gears.
At this point, he might be hoping for a red flag, but he's not enough in the way for that to happen.
Yeah.
So Limatainen leads. This is the man who is chasing down a 10-point gap to Jüri Bělevský. There are 3, 2, 1 points available for TQ, P2 and P3. He's got to try and get it done. They'll be on the spotter, will be on the radio saying Bělevský is parked. Let's see if he can get through. Here he comes, Limatainen now. Bělevský's in the next corner on the exit. They've told him go slow. There he is. And Bělevský looks at his rival as he comes through on the inside line. He's been lapped. He knows it's over because he's been lapped, even if Bělevský got away. It is a disastrous start for the leader of the FIA European Rallycross Championship.
I'm shocked.
Me too.
I'm shocked. I'm sorry, I'm quiet here.
Jüri's such a nice guy, but he's had an up-and-down season again, Andreas.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, that was Kurai passing him. You can't say
stuff happens. Rallycross is Robin is racing and Rallycross is Robin,
I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything.
No, it wasn't anything wrong. It looked like. Anyway, I have to give it to Mika. I mean, a gentleman driver. Spoke with Toppy. He gives so many great words about Mika, how good he is to work with. Again, seeing Mika is a little bit late with the rotation, not enough height into turn number 7 there, but still so quick. The car runs really well. I know this car from Lohéac 2-3 weeks back. It's such a class
it's a good car. Have you driven it before then?
No, never.
So
no,
how good is it?
I've actually driven all the
Yes, you have,
the
because you did the pre-season test for the EOT.
A little bit wider from Mika. I mean, you have to stay inside the lines.
I want to know about the car, Andreas.
The car is it's all-wheel drive, people engine.
How does it compare compared to all the others that you've driven?
I would say it's top 3 from all the cars. Yeah. On pure easiness, it's number 2. I would say the KMS fuel car is number 1.
So the Polo's number 1, followed by the Hyundai. There we go.
Close to the Fiesta.
There we go. The Fiesta as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one? The X-Ken Fiesta? The
yeah. And then I would say for pure pace, I would say the Audi is second.
But it's trickier to drive, isn't it? The Audi's got less of a window.
The Hyundai and Fiesta, you can drive anywhere. And you can also do starts.
On board with Limitainen, full concentration mode. He's hugging the wheel, isn't he?
Yeah.
Trying to beat that time of who's at top at the minute in Euro, Biķernieki's 4:30.9. On board again with him. He's literally feeling every single bump, every single bit of gravel. As Bolevsky got going again, I think he says he's out. He might have moved the car anyway. Down towards the final corner. Limitainen coming round. Is he going to go quickest? Biķernieki is at 4:30.9. Where does he see? Yeah, he is going to go quickest by a mile. He's not just gone quickest, he's gone 10 seconds faster. That's track evolution, surely.
Yeah, it is. You can see it's getting much more dusty now. And yeah, times are coming in.
Wow. So Limitainen has just gone. He would have been third fastest in world. Clara would have got him, Baby wouldn't. We're going to see some replays of Bolevsky going off in just a moment, Andreas. You can talk us through it. There is Limitainen, who has just taken the advantage here in the European Rallycross Championship. Here it is. So
it's actually a very nice dive bomb. You see Bolevsky's trying to close the door, but too late, and it's a nice pass.
And on the wet and slippery stuff, Andreas, the tiniest nudge, he's run wide, as he then he's avoided the barrier, but it was the restart that he couldn't do. For me, Karai is 3/4 up the inside there. I mean, it's good. It's a good pass, isn't it?
It is a very nice pass, and you never know what happened here. Maybe sometimes when you go down the gears, if you slam into reverse too hard or with too much RPM, you know, reverse gear is very tiny and it doesn't take a lot of...
it's not a competition gear like the others, so the forward gears
you
are all
have
big,
to kind of be like,
cut.
breathe in, smash down the gears, be smooth, you know?
Let's take a look at the results then for the European Rallycross Championship for RX1 Q1. Limitainen takes it with a 4:20.3. Karai actually went in P2. Biķernieki was the leader but went out early in the session. Well, only one race before, but it did dry up. Tepainen gets P4, then it's Munich, August Volland, Moser and Bolevsky down in P10 with a DNF. Now, of course, you make the semis because there's 10 cars here. But it's not the point. He could be at the back of the grid on a very tricky circuit to pass at, and Limitainen is up at the front, so it's game on. World RX Q1, Niklas Kronom is in P1 from Johan Kristoffersson, Clara Hansen, OC Veiby, but that was after, of course, a bit of contact during that race again. Veiby over-rotated the car and ended up blocking the track.
And, you know, today it will be track evolution. They will water the track before the next qualifying heat. Most likely, Bolevsky is going to be in the first heat.
Yeah, so good points. He's going to have terrible conditions as well.
Yeah. So this is, you know, Q1 is so important to finish well or in a decent position.
At least average.
Not to fight too much.
And I do feel for Yuri because he didn't really do anything wrong.
No.
Likewise, Moser's pass was clean. The only thing he could really have done is go, you know what, I've got to let him go and keep the door shut. I can't be passed.
But I think also, you know, Yuri was very clean into turn one. He did the job. But then from there on, maybe he was too clean. Maybe he should have attacked Mika more. You know, drive for the race win instead of like thinking too much championship. I don't know.
So looking forward then for RX3, which is coming up next. João Ribeiro is your championship leader. 24 points, clear of Ritis Gerklis. Then it's Nicholas Gellins, Valas Komochi, Tejez Kovacs, Souza and Souza. Now the important thing here is that really, João Ribeiro, if you've been keeping up with our socials and all the rest of it, our previews, he's basically, he only has to start a qualifying session and he was crowned the champion. But I've spoken to João and the team. He's like, I'm too nervous. I'm not doing that. We have to focus on the race. We get to the end of quali and we'll have a little celebrate. No beers at that point because you still have the semis and the final
so
to go.
Still have to. He only have to race.
I think if you present the car, don't you? Then you've got. Then you're in qualifying. He'd be P6, and that's enough here for him to take the title. So there's only 6 cars, meaning 2 3-car grids.
Seeing your Bolevsky's
car's coming back past commentary now.
Can't
so
see
Bolevsky's car is on forks on the way back past the commentary box. Andreas is peering out through the window to see if we can figure out.
Yeah, I can't see anything, to be honest.
It's transmission or engine, isn't it? Oh,
I think maybe right front.
How long have they got to fix?
I don't know.
Oh, so maybe...
Don't ask me, mate.
No, I know, but I'm thinking I think it's only 90-odd minutes.
There we go.
They've got 90 minutes to fix it, whatever it was. Right, let's get into RX3 mode. Gerklis, Kovacs and Gellins. Kovacs with the best start, but Gerklis inside. Kovacs does hold on. And Gellins goes to the back of the pack. So Ritis Gerklis, who wasn't happy about how things went down in Finland, but that's the way it goes. I spoke to João Ribeiro after the event. We were quite harsh on João, and actually when you look at it, he was very fair with us, by the way, very fair. When you look at his onboards, there's a little tap at the end of the straight, but the bit where they have contact in turn 2 in Finland, it was much more of an accident than our camera angle allowed us to see with the drone. So, but they're still big rivals. Gerklis, I say, not so happy and wants to prove here that he's got the pace to do what he did. He drove so well in Höljes in the wet.
Absolutely.
That was perfect.
Absolutely. Kovac's great driving here so far, especially on the tarmac. He had great racing line here. He's trying to cover too much, and he was braking in the soft spots, and I think it's important now to use the racing line. That's where the grip is.
Look at that. Look at the blue groove there, Andreas.
Yeah, it's getting the track is improving by lap.
When you get dust on the blue groove, though, it's not always mega grippy, is it?
No, it's super slick sometimes, you know. But the good thing is you don't have the ruts and the holes, so no punctures. I bet we're going to see Gerklis here diving into the Joker. No.
He dives to the inside instead. Gerklis with a fantastic pass. He's just mugged him from a mile back. Kovac's going to try and go around the outside. Now Gerklis has the inside line. Kovacs holds on. This is what we expect from Turkey. It's such a great track for passing. Kovacs now with a good line. Gerklis might look inside, decides better of it. And that's why we love this place. Anywhere with opposite direction corners. Always makes for great racing.
Wide, good curves.
Yeah.
Great racing track.
Oh, Gerklis is inside again. Gives Kovacs another nudge. It's another good attempt from Gerklis, but it goes back to the left, so he thinks better of it.
I will say, though, it looks like Kovacs is going much quicker on the tarmac here, and Gerklis is way quicker on the dirt.
I think it looks like you're right there, mate, on the exit as well, just coming on the inside line. Gerklis with a bit of understeer in mid-corner, drops back a few feet.
I think it was great by Gellins there to go to the Joker to avoid this fight.
Mistake from Kovacs. Gerklis up the inside.
Yeah.
Kovacs gets out in the loose stuff, and this time Gerklis will get it done because it's 2 lefts on the tarmac.
Yeah.
Just ran a tiny bit too much throttle.
I mean, with these front-wheel driven cars, it's so crucial to stay inside the grip levels all the time. And when you make a mistake, you get penalized so hard. So
get punished, yeah. Kovacs goes Joker, comes out clean in front. You are right, and Gellins. I think if you lose the start here in a 3-car race, you want to go Joker immediately, but Gellins didn't have the pace to come back there.
You see the car looks so soft, but they have to be soft here, even on the tarmac, to be able to get traction and grip on the dirt. Yeah. Car looks good, though.
It's a compromise, isn't it?
Yeah.
The whole car setup is a compromise for both sides.
Yeah.
Where did you towards when you were here? Did you focus on the loose or the tarmac in terms of the setting?
All the time is in the loose. The tarmac is kind of our transport.
So you take like the transit in between rally stages.
It felt like you know, we have big boats in Norway taking us from Bergen to Denmark. And with big
ferry.
Ferry. It's waving a lot, you know. And that's the feeling here.
So it's rolling about like mad. Our Joker predictor says that Ritis Gerklis will retain P1. He goes Joker now, and I think he will easily. Yeah. I reckon he's taken a ton of time out of Kovacs on the loose.
He has. I didn't see any mistakes from Kovacs, though, so... But I was speaking about ferries in high sea, so...
but we got it. We got the message. Gerklis' car looks a bit stiffer, doesn't it?
Yeah, much stiffer. But Volon's cars in general, they have been tending to be like quite stiff. But yeah, I'm surprised they aren't softer. Kovacs' car looks way softer.
So Gerklis leads from Kovacs. And all eyes will be on the next race with João Ribeiro. Yeah. So Ribeiro just needs... I mean, we think he just needs to turn up, but the thing is, Ribeiro will want to win this in style, Andreas. Do you know what it's like? If you win a championship, there's no better place to win it than on the top step of the podium. Yeah,
and I mean, he's the man to beat in RX3, and he's the guy that's been there for many years. So I think he wants to finish this season on a high.
He certainly does. He's told me as well that he wants to sell the car, buy a supercar and do Euro next year, which is great to hear. We want to see the champion step up. Gerklis takes it from Kovacs and Gellins. 4:42.9. What are his Gerklis lap times? So yeah, when he got Kriller, look at Gerklis' lap 3, 107.3.
Oh, that's so fast.
So it was 2.5 seconds quicker than they'd gone on previous laps. So our Joker predictor had the delta. but Görklis, when he was in clear air on a drying gravel section, absolutely smashed it out of the park. So Görklis, Kovacs, Gellings, 4:42.9. Wow, the race is along here. Look at the crowds up in the stands.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, good starts from Kovacs. I mean, we got Görklis. He was kind of friendly into turn 1, but great dive bump into turn 3. Kovacs got the undercut, then stayed on the outside for turn number 4, making him get the inside for turn 5. So awesome racing. I love this track. This is so cool. It needs to be on the calendar every year.
It's wicked,
yeah.
Isn't it? It's really good.
Yeah.
Lovely crowd
especially
reaction.
when the weather is like this. Last year it was raining.
It was a bit too late, I think, last year. I get it, but I think this time of year is perfect. It's not the full heat of the Turkish summer, but it is nice to be here. It is nice to be here. A little look in through the window slider. That's just about your best chance of getting a breeze into the car.
And to be honest, the temperature is the best.
It's bang on, isn't it?
It's nice with t-shirt.
I've got my top
like
on,
20,
and it's too
22,
much. When we got here this morning, it was cold, but like, it's now it's a bit warmer.
I came in late.
Yeah, that's all good. That's fine. Okay, Ribeiro on the inside is where he needs to be, and then it's Andre Souza and Rogério Souza alongside him. So João Ribeiro on the pole with the championship lead, as we said, some 24 points up the road.
Both his countrymen on the line together with him. These guys knows each other very well.
Do you reckon he's been and had a word? Because I would have gone and said, look, guys,
obrigado,
just do us a favour. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it would be.
That's all I know in Portuguese.
No, you have to, if you're lucky enough to get to travel as much as we do, the best words to learn are
thank you.
Yeah.
And you're welcome.
Yeah, exactly. Always.
Here we go.
Polite.
Ready to race.
I don't think they're going to be polite in turn 1, but let's see. Ribeiro gets away from the line. And it's a good enough start, but Sousa's beating him. Ribeiro's been super cautious here. Holds P2, goes to the inside line though. Now he's inside Sousa. This is more like it. Ribeiro gets it in the exit of P2. And at the back of the pack, Rogério Sousa goes into the Joker lap. So good stuff from Ribeiro.
I think this was scripted.
Mate, that was. I thought that too. Did he give it up in turn 2? I'm not sure he did. I just think Ribeiro was like, be careful, be careful, be careful.
Yeah, I wonder if they connected all the radios into the 3.
Yeah, they're all on the same channel.
No, I'm sorry.
What do you have from your spotter here? Because I was saying earlier, the spotter's got a brilliant view of the whole track here. So are you asking them to tell you inside, outside?
On the rotation there into turn number 7 from UI. Lost all his gap to Sousa.
What are you telling your spotter that you want here, Andreas?
You know, especially if you're in a fight, you know, I don't know. When you're leading the championship like UI is doing here, then you know there's no risk. You're gonna get the reward anyhow. So as long as you keep it together, not crash into someone or make some big mistakes. But he's here to race, and for sure they're watching the other Görklis times from the previous heat and looking at the sectors, where to improve, where to go faster, and obviously also seeing the gap to Sousa to not get any surprise, or if Rogério is catching, then you know you need to catch it or step it up.
At turn 1, can you get them to call you out whether there's someone inside you in turn 1?
Turn 1 is up to the driver.
Always to the driver.
Yeah, or it depends. Like Canada is a long straight in Trois-Rivières, and there if you're on the outside, you can get some messages on how it's looking on the inside.
And the spotters were halfway down the straight there, weren't they?
Yeah.
Along with us up on the roof.
And it's funny, like the spotters are saying in, but it's a different, like when you're in the race mode and you hear in, you know, it's not
urgent.
And it's maybe not enough room, but they say in, and you can hear in the voice if it's in,
so,
you know it's
brilliant.
room.
I love
but
that.
But if they say in,
so
then it's squeeze
the tone
in.
of voice tells you how bad it's going to be. In. No, maybe not. Oh, damn, too late.
I had this thing with Joel Kristoffersson and also for Anders Nilsson. I could hear their voice when
they're stressed.
It wasn't room. Make room.
So it's like
It's funny, you get so much connections with your spotters.
Well,
and I've been lucky to have a bunch.
Really good.
I don't think any drivers in the World Championship is even close to the amount of spotters I've had.
Yeah, of course, Mansfield was with you when you were forward.
Joe Norton.
Joel,
Joel Kristoffersson, Anders. Nilsson. I've had so many.
Is it interesting working with them all? Do you tell them what you want, or like how does the relationship, you know?
Yeah, you know, I like a lot of information in general. I don't need to hear the word push.
Yeah,
but I could get to hear you're just behind the other group. We need to step it up. I can see in sector 3 that's where you're losing. You need to redo something there. You know, it's up to you.
Let's see Ribeiro. What is up to Ribeiro so far? The lap times are not there compared to Gerklis. Gerklis did a 107, didn't he? And at the minute, 109 is the best Ribeiro's got. So we're thinking
quick here today.
Yeah, we're thinking Gerklis is quick, unless the track's gone the other way. You know, the blue group's coming in, it's got super dusty, because it did look
and that
tricky.
can happen, you know, especially on a track like this.
Or Ruggiero trying to get in front. Oh no! That is terrible form from two teammates. Yeah,
in family.
Yeah, they're family. That's shocking. Come on, lads, wake up. The two Sousas hit each other. Big damage and spins to the car. That leaves Roberto. How do you manage that, Andreas? Come on. I mean, you know, I'm not often harsh, but that was silly.
I'm speechless. Unless Ruggiero got a puncture just before he hit.
I think you're being very kind there, but Andre. Oh, I'm sorry for the guys. That
was a big hit as well, like straight in the front axle.
I'm worried about the door as well.
Where you want to hit RX3, because you know, you can break drive shafts, hubs, transmission, engines, whatever. You know?
So Ribeiro's going to take this. Is he going to get Gerklis? No, he's not. Gerklis, the clock has already gone past that time.
You can hear his
Where's he going to go?
In the exit of the last turn.
He's third. So Kovacs has got him as well. So look, as we said, Ribeiro, the thing is, Ribeiro doesn't have to push Andreas. He's done what he needs to do. That should see João Ribeiro as the champion of RX3, but we're going to go nuts for him tomorrow at the end of Q4, which is when he's going to meet his family and celebrate. I think he'll be able to relax at the end of today. The Sousas, I think, will be a little bit annoyed with each other, but I mean, we'll have a look in a minute. Maybe we've been harsh, but Ruggerio's cross. I think Ruggiero was trying to shut the door and by running the car wide, and Andre was already there.
And I mean, it's
high speed too.
It's high speed, but also, you know, battle inside a family. It's always good, right?
No, I don't know about that. Look at Timmy and Kevin. I don't know how they've managed to fight each other for so long.
Sometimes it ends up bad, you know. And it's the last race of the year. You know, you have a whole winter to repair. I don't know.
Look.
Yeah.
No, he's not happy. Oh, no, this is terrible. Oh, no, I feel for them. I don't want a family rift. Now he opens the door. He's going to give him a lift back, is he? Or is he's just taking the stuff?
Can we see a handshake here?
Nope. There is no handshake. It's a door slam.
Slam the door.
So Andre and Ruggiero Sousa, he's taking his helmet and his hands device back for him, but he's not taking his family member back. There is some discontent there.
There's also a rule that you should give hand to the guy in the Joker.
Yeah, true.
No, sorry. The guy from the Joker.
The main lap should have the right of way. So Ribeiro takes it. 4:47.7 is enough for P3 to say he only needs to be here to be the champion, and we'll get some celebrations underway for that tomorrow. Let's take a look. So this is where's the merge? There it is. It's hard from that angle. Can we see the other angle? Here it is. Let's have a look. So Ruggiero, here, look, Andre, look, Ruggiero, for me, that's for me.
Andre even tried to avoid it, you know. So I think that was Ruggiero.
I think so. I understand he's trying to, he's full throttle and running the car out wide. But you're also losing a lot of time going diagonally across the track, aren't you? So Rittis Gerklis takes it with a 4:42.9. And then Samuel Kovacs gets P2, João Ribeiro is P3, Gellins, Sousa and Ruggiero Sousa. Is there big damage on the Sousa's cars? We'll find out ahead of Q2, which is coming up in about 90 minutes' time. Well, that was a bit more drama than I was expecting for Q1. We had the half spin from Veiby, which held up Kristoffersson, advantage Gronholm. We had the problems there with that. I would not. They're in the same garage. I wouldn't want to be going there. What was the track evolution?
Track evolution, a lot of it.
The problem with Bilevski.
This track here in Turkey, Istanbul, is awesome. Like, this track provides a lot of overtakes, a lot of opportunities, a lot of mistakes to happen. I think this is brilliant.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
me too. We love a championship finale, the pressure of it, and the story of a championship. Mate, you were involved in the greatest championship finale ever in 2019. That roller coaster of emotions during the weekend didn't go the way you wanted, I know. but for the fans at home,
yeah,
it's great stuff. So we hope you guys are enjoying it. So take a look at this then. This is what we're coming up for you today. Qualifying 2 will be at 1 p.m. and then that's Euro RX 1 with World RX, of course, in there. Euro RX 2 as well, 1:15. 3 o'clock then to see qualifying 3, along with the semi-finals, 3:40, 4:15 for the final, and 4:35 for Euro RX 1 final. That will crown our European Rallycross Championship for Supercars. Drama here. Join us for Q2, 1300 local time. See you then.